Hi, community of practice. I just wanted to give you a tour and a few tips on my current workshop as I am preparing for a holistic women's event here in Egypt. Some of the simplistic but intentional tools that I am using. I am prepping with the L3 pre-cut. It's just a simple rectangular shape that's not sewn, it requires no sewing. And I want you to see how versatile this one shape can be with other tools in order to make the liners that you would require for your women's program. So let me just give you some of my intentionality. Women desire beauty, no matter who we are. And so each of the liners that we have prepped are actually wrapped in a reusable ribbon. It kind of looks like a gift. It's very easy presentation. It's very environmental, as well as it is very easy for distribution, choice, and inventory. So we have put our liners into groups of 5. It's very easy to count in multiples of 5, and we are giving 5 liners for every all-in-one or shield that we are distributing at these upcoming events. Now, the L3, it can come in all types of fabrics and GSM. So from left to right, this is a fleece fabric. That again, none of these are sewn or require sewing. All of them are just tri-folded. So with a 320 or 360 GSM, one L3 is sufficient as its own liner. We have other really nice thin GSM t-shirt type fabrics. And so on their own, they would be too thin and flimsy for their own liner. And so another oval liner that has 4 layers, which had a simple serge around, or it could be just even stitched, can be inserted into the L3 and then again just tri-folded, and it makes a really slim but quick wicking absorbent liner that can be layered and compatible with all of our all-in-one shields and period underwear. The next 2 are a little bit special, and I'd like you to consider what that is. These are baby wipes that have been dried. And so for the cost of 1 packet of disposables, I can buy 1 packet of baby wipes, which generally has about 80 individual sheets of wipes. And so we take them out of the packet, squeeze out the moisture, and it kind of comes in like, it will separate itself into like kind of wads. And we just let that wad dry. It might take a day, overnight with the fan blowing on it. From there, we layer it into layer of 3. So we take from that pile and we layer 3 together, and then we just fold that into half. On a baby wipe, there is a side that's stretchy and there's a side that isn't. And so we have folded it on the way of the stretch, because as you've seen in another tutorial, and I can show again here, what we do is we take 2 of these 3 groups of wipes, and I have to just put the camera down for a second, but I just literally stretch it, and it basically serves the length of the L3, and then I can just easily fold that L3 protective part over that wet wipe. And what I get is this luxurious, cloud-like, ultra soft pad that can be used in all-in-ones, protective underwear, and also if your programs or your girls don't have access to a reusable shield or have to save up for that shield, this could actually literally be placed on top of their disposable always. And just change this out often. So although we don't like extended wear pads, if your reality is you can't afford enough reusable shields or all-in-ones, this simple solution of drying a packet of baby wipes and making liners like this, it can be a step up program as they save their money or as your program allows for reusable all-in-ones. So in my workshop, I am pre-doing a whole bunch of these baby wet wipes so that in my program, part of my education is actually showing the girls how to make this in their homes, because I might be able to give them as a gift 5 or so of those preloaded and packed, but that took me a lot of time and effort, which is great from an educational point of view. But if we educate the girls or the women to that they could make their own, and even if you had to cut it from a t-shirt, maybe you have a workshop where you bring your dried baby wipes and you fold them together. But from very, very little, you can see I have a table full of packs ready to go, just from baby wipes and a few squares of pre-cut L3, so that it didn't require any sewing. It can be that simple. So you do not feel like you have to sew everything to make it a completed product. This is a completed product with no sewing. It can be used with a disposable and changed out. It could be used with a ready-made all-in-one with security straps, or period underwear with security straps. The ribbons that we used, they're multi-purpose again. Those could actually be used to be sewn into their own underwear to make security straps. It could be used for their hair ribbons. Again, encouraging reusable, even in our packaging, that we're not about just making fancy things with no purpose. Everything is purposeful, and ribbon is quite cheap, and it's available in almost every local market. And it takes it from just looking like a unpeeled piece of cloth, which it is, into a very desirable and cute bundle that can be easily counted. It can be easily distributed, and you can see just sizing up the colors to go with whatever color pre-cut I have. It just raises the bar and makes it look desirable and aspirational, that these things aren't just, oh, well, let me huck you a piece of cloth that I didn't sew, but it's by bundling and packaging it with care, with intentionality, you can elevate even a pre-cut L3 into a beautiful offering that would be very aspirational and desirable and replicable. So even if you're teaching women, you don't even need a workshop. All I have is just a table. All I had was just some air to dry the wet wipes. I have a pair of scissors. I have the ribbon. I didn't even require a single sewing machine to produce all of this. Thank you for watching.